I'm Jude. I'm from Ann Arbor, Michigan. My story. I came out as lesbian when I was 9 years old. I remember being really little, and I was attracted to women, but I was also really attracted to men. And I remember just feeling really different and really like uncomfortable in my body. And I think that lesbian was like what I knew that was closest to being trans, which is how I identify now. And I really, I remember being so upset about it, and I would like lay awake at night crying in my bed, and I was like, oh no, I can't tell my parents, even though my parents are incredible. Even when I was really little, they would sit me and my sister down, and they would say, um, if either of you ever want to bring your girlfriends home when you're older, that's totally okay by us. So I knew that it would be okay with them, but I was still like really scared. And I finally worked up the courage to tell them, and it was like this huge dramatic moment. And they were totally fine with it, and they just said they would love and accept me no matter what. And I was really like happy, and I just felt this huge weight off my shoulders. But as I got older, I realized, especially when I got into my first relationship with a woman, I realized I was not a lesbian. I wasn't sure what was going on with me, and that was when I started meeting other trans people and making other trans friends. And my parents, when I bring my friends home, my parents would make like comments, like slightly transphobic things, especially about some trans women who I was friends with. And they had gone on and on about how it was okay to wear like the opposite gender's clothes, but never to like take hormones or change your body. And they never gave me a good reason for it, and I'd always got into huge arguments with them. And I tried to kill myself when I think I was 15. It was right before I turned 16, because I was too scared to tell them, and I was positive that they wouldn't accept me, and I was so, so depressed. It was like the lowest point in my life. I didn't succeed in killing myself, but the next day that I got home from the hospital, I finally was just like, I have to tell my family. And I told my sister first because I thought she would be more accepting of me. But she actually like freaked out. She started crying, and she said, don't tell mom and dad, don't tell mom and dad. And I was just like, I have to do this. So I just went into the other room and I told them, and I think they were really confused, and they said that they had suspected it a little bit because of how much I argued with them about trans things. And they didn't know what to think, and they said that they would accept me and love me, but they didn't know that I was doing like the right thing, or they just seemed really confused and like unsure of what to say to me, but they wanted to support me. They just didn't know what to do. Both of my parents actually came into school with me and like sat down with the dean of my school and one of the art teachers, and like had this conversation about it with them, and they were like really like being so supportive of me and really looking out for me. I think that was the moment when I realized that they like had shifted their thinking of me, and were just like completely accepting of me. They have just become my biggest advocates, and they helped me go on testosterone and get surgery and all of that. And I started hormones when I was underage, which is really hard to do, and they helped me go through the whole process and find a therapist and like find a pediatric endocrinologist and all these other specialized things that you have to do when you're underage, and it all has to be under parental consent. So very few trans kids get to medically transition when they're under 18. My parents helped me do all of that, and now they like go and they speak at different different classes at the university here about having a trans kid, like different social work classes, and they're a little bit involved with the trans community and the queer community, and they're really, really cool. And my dad has like offered to help some of my other trans friends. He's a lawyer, so knows the like legal system pretty well, and he's offered to help my other friends get their names legally changed. And my parents are just super cute about it, and they tried like really, really hard to get everyone's name and pronoun right. And they're not perfect, but I've seen this huge change come over them, and they're still like constantly learning about like gender queerness and transness and all these other things that are totally new to them. Yeah, and they just did a total turnaround, and they're really amazing now.